everyone, and welcome to Warp News Showdown, where the facts are made up and the rules don't matter. I am your host, Seth the Mad Dok, and I am here again this week after a little bit of a well-needed restful break for myself to bring you the hardest-hitting questions in the 40K community and the best guests that were available at this time and on short notice to bring you the hot answers you're looking for. So, let's get right into it. For those of you that haven't seen the show before, I'm going to be asking some questions. My guests are going to be giving us the answers. And I, being the most important man in 40K, will judge the validity of their answers and award them points as I see fit. But let's welcome our guests. Say hello, everyone.
I didn't realize this was hosted by Mike Brand. This is by the most important person in 40K?
No, he hasn't called us all losers yet.
Oh, okay.
I have not yet. So two of you will be losers, just so we're clear.
That's at the end of the show.
Yeah. All right. So I always get the camera wrong. So to my upper left here, we have John from Grim After Dark.
Hello.
You have been on before. You didn't win, correct?
No, I didn't win. I was too antagonistic towards you.
Gotcha. Directly to my left, we have Jeremy sporting a lovely Christmas-themed Dark Angel sweater from StatCheck. Jeremy, you've been on before, but I believe you also haven't won.
Yeah, I got out-Canadianed by someone.
Out-Canadianed, that's right. And then directly above me, we have Adam Solis, which I believe you have won at least twice. Is that correct, Adam?
I won the first one.
Oh, you won the first one, so that counts.
I didn't win the second one, but I can call myself a winner.
Well, that's important. He's a winner in my heart.
Then I'm a loser.
Wow. Wow. All right. I was already talking about doing a mental health podcast, but I'm gonna have to, have some self-esteem issues to go into it. So, all right.
Part of it.
Let's get into our first question. Let's start off with John, I believe.
Hello.
We're gonna start off with John. And this is one that should be like right in your alley, John. It's kind of like the softball, the warm-up pitch. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie, and why is my wife wrong for saying it isn't?
Oh, man. Well, let's go negative really quickly. It's not a Christmas movie. It's an action movie set at Christmas time. It's not even Christmas Day. It's just a shitty Christmas party at a terrible multinational corporation that is stealing American jobs with cheap foreign labor.
Wow. Just right off the bat. Jeremy, why is Die Hard a Christmas movie, or is it a Christmas movie, and why is my wife wrong for saying it isn't?
All I can say right now is Bruce Willis says that it is not, and he's always wrong, so therefore it is a Christmas movie.
All right, we'll put your back in the positive for that one. All right, Adam.
Obviously, it is a Christmas movie. It has the Office Christmas Party, which we talked about. It talks about welcoming foreign visitors to the land in the Christmas spirit, and it's all about coming together for the greater good for Christmas. So, of course, it's a Christmas movie.
Of course. All right. Well,
wait, sorry, Seth. Adam, you do know those terrorists didn't come together for a good reason.
Robbing corporate America? Yes, that's a very good reason.
That's striking remarkably close to current headlines. But anyway, we have a few questions that I definitely came up with myself. These were not suggested to me by any form of Discord attached to Wargames Live or anything like that. These are definitely my own questions. Let's get into our next one. Curie, you'll lead us off. What Primarch would give the best and the worst Christmas gifts at a white elephant exchange?
Ooh, the best ones would definitely come from Russ, because he's already got that big laugh, and he's always going to be handing you like big mugs of mead and beer and all of that. The worst one would probably be Fulgrim, because it would just be pictures of himself.
I think he would find something very pretty to give you. Adam?
I mean, he gave Ferris a hammer.
The Firebrand. Oh, no, Forgebreaker.
Yeah.
That was it, yeah. I'll give you points. So
Didn't he murder him afterwards, though?
That's two different things.
So are you saying the best gift?
Don't go losing your head on this one.
Yeah. Are you saying the best gift is the sword, and the worst is he kills you?
From the same person.
If Fulgrim walks up to you offering you a hammer, I'm not going to take it.
No, it's like 40K Thanksgiving.
Oh, like I said, it's the purpose of a white elephant gift party.
I'm just
You
giving
really
I'm just
don't
giving
want this
Adam
one.
points because he's just inspiring conversation. John,
That's what I do.
best
I
and
inspire
worst
people.
Primarchs for
True.
White Elephant Party.
Well, Seth, this is a very simple answer. The best present would come from Lionel Johnson because he's very good at keeping secrets. So there's no way you would find out what it was beforehand. And then the worst present would actually come from Angron because it's just blood and skulls. It's always blood and skulls. And you're like, hey, do you want
Maybe
your
that's
gift?
what Korn wants.
Let me guess, it's more blood. Like, no, it's skulls. And you're like, oh, get out of here.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a very creative gift giver.
No, the nails drive him to gift cards and uncreativity.
I feel mildly targeted there. We're going to move on before we think about that one too much. Adam, you'll lead us off. Out of the dead Primarchs, who should lead the army of the damned?
Oh, I don't get to answer the Christmas one?
No, you had your time.
Oh, I did? Okay. Out of the dead Primarchs, who would give... It would have to be Sanguinius because he's the only one that's actually dead.
Wait, are you implying Ferrus Manus is alive?
Counterpoint. Sanguinius isn't dead. He's in stasis and Baal.
All right, John.
Like everyone
John,
else.
Who would be the leader of the army of the damned?
That, Seth, would actually be Robuti Gilliman, because the person you see right now is just a sham clone created by the mad ravings of Call in some plot-bending story that will be ignored in 5 years from now.
I like the ignoring the story in 5 years. All right, Jeremy,
Workshop.
bring us
I
back.
stole my answer. I was gonna say Rabuti because he's already damned.
John gets the majority of the points for being first. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby rules here, folks. All right. Now, I don't know if have you guys been paying attention, but there's this little thing called Grotmas going on. GW's like putting a detachment or two out a day for like basically the entire month of December. Have you guys been paying attention to that at all?
I have. It's been really good free content.
It has
I'm
been.
trying not to.
It has been. We're going to start with John. Of the Grotmas detachments that have been released, which one has the best name?
Oh,
God.
we have to remember the names first.
That would mean I would have to remember the name and not just refer to it as Chaos Knights are supposed to always be played. I would say it is the Space Marine one. That would be the Convocation of Nicaea. Which is all about promoting tech marines above all else.
John is, as always, lore accurate. Jeremy, best named detachment.
Oh, I can't say the best named one because it's not out yet. But
Oh
the
my
best one
God.
out so far
Someone's
is
showing
the Veiled
off.
Blade Elimination Force because
Someone's
it
name
turns
dropping.
assassins into your Bruce Willis's.
I'm down with it. It's Die Hard the detachment. Adam, best named
Not a
detachment.
Christmas.
I actually like the Librarius Conclave detachment. And the reason being is it's all like 7th edition powers and names. I mean, it does give me some PTSD in regards to 7th edition and summoning demons, how everybody used to summon demons.
Yep. No.
Reading Geomancy gave me a minor burst of God.
Yeah, everyone panicked for a moment when they opened that PDF. They were like,
I'm not gonna
"Oh
lie, I did
God,
too.
what did they do?" And then you're like, "It's not so bad. It's not so bad." It's not so
And I'm
bad.
like,
It's okay, it's okay."
pyromancy.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my God.
at least that one came after the AdMech detachment, because if the Geomancy came first, I would be very worried about AdMech.
Yeah, we were like, "Oh Lord, what's happening?"
Which one's back? Starts with
So that
W
would
ends in
probably be
R,
my favorite.
convocation.
All right. So, we also got a little bit of a balance update recently. I don't know if you guys also saw that as well. There was a
Small one. They snuck
a
it
little
in.
bit of rules changes, some points changes, a few data sheets here and there. A little bit of change. I took some time and I went through it. I took a deep dive for you, the viewers, and I found a few things that I really wanted to question. And my first question, and we're going to start with Curie, is why did they need to give Oath of Moment +1 to wound? Why did the Marines need that?
Look, I'm a non-codex compliant player. I play Dark Angels. I don't know why the hell they gave Ultramarines that kind of a buff, because they certainly didn't give it to Iron Hands. They gave it to Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cool data sheet changes were nice, but
Just
no one needs to see Oath get better.
All right, Adam, you're up. Why did they need a +1 to wound?
As everyone knows, Space Marine. Everybody has Space Marines, even especially bad players, and bad players need all the help they can get.
So we're just trying to
Problem is
buoy
that
up
someone like John Lennon then picks it up, and we all get fucked.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna go
that's-
back and give Curie a point for that one. All right. John, why did we need Space Marines to have +1 to wound?
Well, I was going to say the answer that the win rate is skewed by terrible players. But the reason we needed it is because, you know what? Space Marines just aren't popular enough. They're not good enough. And part of the deal for Amazon to bring a brand new series of 40K was that Space Marines were buffed in strange ways that made little to no sense to actual game state. So when they roll out with the Amazon branded toys, you're going to buy Reavers, you're going to buy Heavy Intercessors, and until they have a backstock of something that got worse, I'm struggling with Space Marines right now. They're going to sell it. Thanks, woke Amazon.
I love to
be
imagine
fair,
that some
This
Amazon.
could have also been Joy Toy.
Yeah. I love to
Yeah.
imagine an Amazon exec was sitting there with the Space Marine army and was like, "Look, we're at the end of this contract negotiation, but I really want a Space Marine buff," and just like put it in the final line. And GW was like, "Fine, sure, whatever."
I want to animate Outriders, but not in this current state.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, our next question is Marine related, so we're gonna stay in that vein, and I think Adam, you're up next.
Sure.
Who out there was crushing it with the Infernus Marines, and what did they know that the rest of us didn't?
Ooh. Somebody that plays near GWHQ. I'm going.
Always the answer for why something got a point.
Someone at the
None of us
local
make sense.
pub,
Yeah.
crushing everybody,
Yeah. They just
including
caught
the game developer.
they caught a random points hike. John,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
what do they know?
So what they know is the honest wargamer Rob Symes said they were awful and terrible units that should never be taken. And GW in its pro Rob stance just did the opposite of whatever he said.
Pro
Could be
Rob
spiteful.
stance? Pro Rob stance?
Anti-Rob
Okay.
stance.
All right. I was like, pro Rob, that is definitely not
gosh,
my
no.
understanding of their relationship.
No, all I'm saying, Seth, is he also plays orcs.
I'm confused. I don't know whether to award a point or take away a point here.
They cancel each other out.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah,
hear.
we don't really want that affiliation.
There we go. All right, Curie, you're up.
I
Who
mean, the
was
simple
crushing it
answer
and why?
is no one was crushing it, but the studio felt that they needed it just in case too many people had bought them already because they were out of stock. So they needed time to like rebuild their stocks.
Weren't they in the Leviathan box set?
Yes.
They
Yes.
were.
So did
they ran
anyone
out.
actually buy them, or did they just get traded to 30?
I know that I built 5 today because they got buffs with their point hikes.
What
I've
buffs
had
did they
20
get?
on Sprue for a year and a half, so that tells you how useful they are.
They got
Just
plus
like
one
the-
to wound.
Oh, fucking
They also got plus 1 AP on their flamers.
trapped
Oh,
by
yeah.
my
And
own
they're-
question. All right. Many events this weekend are now facing the difficult choice of whether or not to accept the changes last minute or play out of date Warhammer. What is the right choice in this scenario, and why is John wrong? And we'll start with John.
Oh, well, you know, I think it's really important when you're playing Warhammer. You got to forge your own narrative. Really, it's just,
Oh my god.
you look around a room on a Saturday afternoon and you realize you're all losers. And what's really important is just forge your own narrative, but also play the rules that Games Workshop gives you. It's a game. Go back and play a second if you want something different. Good Lord. Go actually, just because you spent $4,000 on coaching services to play one army really well and then they change it, doesn't mean that you get to keep playing it when they change the rules, Neil.
All right.
Wow.
That felt personal.
What is the right choice, Curie, and why is John wrong?
John is wrong because we should only be using whatever's in the app because the app is God. and God dictates what we can play and what we can't play with.
Isn't the app
And so you
updated?
play with the slate that just came out, but you don't play with the Grotmas
it's
detachments. You choose maximum chaos because that's the way GW intended it.
All right, I'm down for maximum chaos. I might have advocated for maximum chaos at my local event. Adam,
And it's during the week, like this Wednesday before.
yeah, it dropped yesterday, ish.
Right. I personally would probably just go with it, but I know the players would not want to, especially if it was like the Wednesday before. I'm just telling you what the players
I'm
want.
taking points away for bowing to the players' wants and needs.
Players are always wrong.
Call
Adam. You have to
yourself
remember that.
judge.
The players are always wrong.
I mean, come
No,
on.
because it gives me an out when they complain.
All right. Well, Adam,
Just tell them they're idiots.
you're the subject of our next question, but we're gonna
Oh
start
my
with
God.
Curie. Will the new balance updates and Grotmas attachments be legal for LVO, and why does nobody ever pay attention to Adam on social media? You're up, Curie.
I don't know. I have this Nephilim book that I just got. I think that's the missions that we're going to be using for LVO. Adam, you haven't answered this question yet. Could you please tell me if we're using Nephilim or if we're
Jesus.
using Arcs of Omen?
John, are we going to be
Oh my
using all the
God.
new stuff for LVO, and why does nobody pay attention to Adam?
I think it's really important that we make sure we ask Kicker what we're actually going to be doing for LVO and what the reset is going to be. Because just random Facebook message is where we go for that. And really, what I want to know, Adam, is I sent you about 3 months ago a conversion approval for Demon Prince. Now, I am at a 14% win rate for the past 10 years, but I don't appreciate not having my needs met as I complain day one that I'm 0-3, even though I play once a year at LVO and wonder why I don't win. I'm gonna ask Kicker.
All right. Adam, you now have the stage. Tell people, will we be using the new balance updates and Grotmas attachments at LVO, and why no one seems to pay attention to you?
First off, I'd like to say that the speech that Curie gave was an actual question that was asked just a few months ago.
Some people live under a 40K rock.
Yeah, under the rock, maybe.
So like I've said in our podcast, and I've said I posted in multiple places, which obviously if no one reads that, no one reads the player packet. So we are using all the Grotmas attachments as well as the updated points and the new balanced data slate from yesterday.
All right. Well, why doesn't anyone pay attention to you?
I am shocked.
No one can read.
But Adam, are
No
we
one reads.
using the new Guard Codex?
Well, it's not out yet,
Yeah.
so no.
Jeremy's just trying to cause psychic damage at this point.
I know. We already went through that
I
once.
remember what that was.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a story behind that, but yes.
Last question for the evening, and we're gonna go in descending points order. Give people with lower points a chance. So, John, you're gonna be up first. GW has
Well, really?
yeah, you
have
are
the
the
most
leader right
points.
now.
Okay.
GW
You have like
has
a bajillion
finalized
points.
their contract with Amazon to bring Warhammer content to Amazon Prime. This includes the options for Warhammer Fantasy content. What storylines from Fantasy would you bring to the wider world if you were that person at Amazon? And why will Val only ever care about it after the series has been canceled?
So you got to, well, are we thinking like unlimited budget or it doesn't matter. We're going to the mountains. We're going dwarfs versus orcs. Just classic storytelling. You get a lot of cool units. There's going to be a lot of great actors who can be troll slayers and different options like that. And you get those grand, fantastical scales. And then at the end, Samuel L. Jackson comes out in his Altdorf outfit. And he's like, hey, I want to talk to you about the Allies Initiative. Val will only care about it after it's canceled because he won't actually hear about it until about 10 years after they've stopped making it. And then he's going to just be incredulous that this thing he never paid attention to for decades no longer exists.
All right. Adam, you're up next. You're in second place here. What storyline would you bring? And why will Val only care about it after it's canceled?
It is still dwarf related, but it's Gotrek and Felix. That's like an automatic. You have to. And then why Val won't care about it until afterwards? because he can't claim that he was right all along if he knows about it beforehand.
All right. Curie, you're up last here. Bring us home, Jeremy.
Stole my Godric and Felix. In that case,
Score better
you
next
know
time.
what? You know what? We just got to tell the story of Skaven breeders. We've got Amazon money, which means we can create it.
Wait, real Skaven?
I mean, Jeff
Skaven
Bezos wants to
breeders.
outdo Musk. That's one way to do it. Just create a new species.
Oh my
Create a
God.
race of rat people.
Why would Val not pay attention to it?
Or go live in New York.
Because he doesn't view them as canon.
Oh,
All right. Well, whoop, wrong button. I'm a professional, folks. All right. Well, sweeping in at the end with his own breed of rat men, courtesy of Jeff Bezos and his definitely not overcompensating projects. We have our winner this week. That has been Jeremy of Stat Check.
take
Jeremy,
that, unions.
as the winner, you are given the right, nay, the privilege of monologuing to the audience about whatever you want. So this is your chance to soapbox and really let people know how you feel. Take it away.
So everyone should go check out TFG Radio. It's where you can hear the best news about 40K events. That Kicker is totally not involved with it.
Gonna say it's kicker.
Also, make sure that you check out Grim After Dark, where I hear that they have some of the funniest jokes in 40K that have been left behind.
That's the most backhanded comment.
I love you guys both very much. Seth,
Oh.
you're awesome as always. Thanks for having me on. If you guys are interested in 40K stats for some god-awful reason, go check out Stat Check. We apparently do some pretty good work
Yeah.
over there.
Can I ask a question of Jeremy real quick?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Stat check is singular. What stat are you? Checking?
Just
One
one,
stat that we are-
one stat.
Always
one.
checking is
Yeah.
how wrong Reddit is.
That is a very
Oh,
good
no.
stat. I personally have a battle
or-
with Reddit, and I'm agreeing.
I said it was movement.
Stretchy tape measure.
Yeah.
Or how wrong Custodes players always are. I think that we
I
can
thought it
all
was
agree
how
on.
wrong guard players were.
Yeah, I thought it was guard players.
Guard players are crayon eaters. They're fine.
Mhm.
Like they know they're not all there.
And they always
I'm
have a
gonna get
story
some
about how
hate
they
mail for
almost
that one.
joined the military. It's true.
Wow.
Ask any one of them.
It's-
I'm sorry, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. Really enjoyed having you on. Thank you, folks, for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you want to support the show, of course, support Joe over at Wargames Live. Join his Patreon, join his Discord, hop into the Warp News channel, and send me some questions if you want to. And if you want to support me, head on over to my Seth the Mad Dok YouTube channel right over there. And I always have the show uploaded, and you can always put some comments and some views and likes there to help me out. These guys have been trying to convince me to do a Patreon. I don't think I'm going to do that yet because I just like to do I do this for the love of the game, folks. But until next time, this is Seth the Mad Dok saying have a good one and take it easy.